information brings a smile up to my lips. Oh, fascinated, I'm moving fast. Oh, I'm optimistic as the days go past. Oh, opportunity is here for me, so come along and take a look because I want you to see. Yeah, the world is yours, look a little bit closer. If you want it, come and get it. You can take it over, you can make your tomorrows what you want them to.
Hey everybody, Ray the Video Guy here, and I am really excited to tell you about a new program that, in my experience, is going to end up saving you a lot of money and at the same time helping you to rank your videos, even your websites, and it's going to give you a few other tools that we're going to talk about in just a second. The name of the tool is, it's SyndLab. Get out of the way there. That was hard. All right. So, and with me, yeah, that was foolish. I know. We got to love playing with video, right? So with me right now is the one and only, here he is. Let me get rid of this here and pop him in here. Joshua Zamora, straight off the oceans, here to talk to us a little bit about this great new program. So tell us a little bit about this and why this is so great for anybody trying to rank a video or website.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is actually, the good thing about it is that I went ahead and I've been wanting to create something like this for a while. And the good thing about it is that, I mean, it's something that I've been using for a while to get results, to get page one rankings, and you know, get traffic and sales from Google. So what I decided to do was take everything that I've learned and pretty much build it into a tool. And that's pretty much what SyndLab does. It allows people to syndicate their content across 21 different networks to get their videos and niche sites ranked. And the beautiful part about it is that it has different types of sources that you can syndicate your content to. So it has social sites, it has Web 2.0 sites, it has video sites, it has your own self-hosted sites as well. So if you want to go ahead and add your entire private blog network to SyndLab, you can and leverage that to get first page rankings and do all the automatic postings through SyndLab. If you have a Web 2.0 network that you use to rank, boom, you can load that into SyndLab and automatically syndicate all of your content onto that. So it's pretty much stuff that I've been using, because when I first started, one of the first ways that I made money with SEO and ranking videos and all of that stuff. So I've taken everything that I've learned and I pretty much put it into a tool that automates that process of being able to get that automatic syndication.
Nice. And by the way, at the top of this, I said to people, it's going to help you to rank your videos, rank your websites, and save you money. And the reason I say that is, many people have used other tools that do similar things. For instance, a very popular one that I used for many years was OnlyWire. And OnlyWire kind of does, it doesn't do as much as yours does. It actually is a very basic post something and it'll send it out to, one Facebook and one Twitter and one, Delicious and Digo and whatever the site happens to be. But it costs me a minimum of $12 a month. And on top of that, I always use way too many and have to pay extra each time. So I'm paying, whether I use it or not, I'm paying $12 a month. And then when I do use it, I'm always running out and having to recharge it with another $12. So I might do that, 3 times a month. So we're talking $36 a month for that particular service. And, that can get pretty expensive. And if I'm doing a lot of videos, it might even cost more than that. But the great thing is, while that can be seen as kind of expensive, it works. Syndicating out to bookmarks works. And what I mean by that is, and I hate to use an example of a different program, but, we've seen where one time we had a video that I couldn't figure out why it wasn't ranking. It didn't show up at all. It didn't show up in Google at all. And I realized, hey, you know what? I didn't run it through a social bookmarking tool. And so I went and I ran it through there and it sent it out to all the things. And literally within 5 minutes, that video went from not existing on Google at all to being at the top of page 1. Now, don't get me wrong. That wasn't for, dog training or, diet. It was a fairly easy keyword. And so the results were very big. Like you saw from nowhere to page 1 in literally 3 minutes, but obviously a fairly easy keyword so that you could see those types of changes. But it proves that this kind of a thing works. So tell me a little bit about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, and if you notice, anytime you upload a video to YouTube, YouTube encourages you to do these things. You know, as soon as you upload, it takes you right to the share tab,
Yep.
and on there it has Blogger, it has Twitter, Facebook, all these different places that they're encouraging you to share your stuff on.
Absolutely.
So, they take note of all of that stuff.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit now. What kind of sites are we sending to? Could you name off some of those so people kind of get an idea of where their stuff is going to be going to?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have Twitter, we have LiveJournal, Tumblr,
Nice.
Blogger, WordPress.com, WordPress.org. We have YouTube, Dailymotion. We have Reddit that's being added within the next few days. We have there's one that I keep. What's it called? There's one that keeps escaping me. Every time I name one, I remember the other. But there's 21 different ones, and also there's 5. Because what we're doing is we're going to be pretty much creating our own sort of network that our users can post to. So we're adding. There's about 4 of them. There are all our own private, high authority sites that we've added into SyndLab so that people can get those high authority backlinks as well without having to build their own private blog network. So we're having that added in there as well. And man, it keeps coming to me, and then I keep forgetting it. I'll see it once.
You know what? You named all the big ones that people care about, and that's kind of what I wanted to hear. Was I didn't want people to think it's just Plurk and I'm trying to think.
And it does. I don't know if I mentioned, but it does also Facebook pages, Facebook profiles, and Facebook groups as well. So it does all
awesome.
3 Facebook.
So it's a very, very cool tool for that. So tell me, what kind of results can people see with this? Why does this work? I mean, for me, I know it works because I've tested it and it works. But at the same time, I don't understand why it works. It could be because there's a wizard behind there with a magic wand. I have no idea.
Yeah.
It works. I have no idea why. But can you tell us a little bit about the theory behind this and why this is so helpful?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, when you think about a video that starts to go viral, all right, just think about that. What happens in that process? Someone uploads a video to YouTube, they share it on their social profiles, and then from their social profiles, that's where it catches its first spark. And then from there, people go and they go share it on their favorite bookmarking site. They'll go to Reddit and they'll share it on Reddit. So it gets a bookmark from there. And then the blogs want to get a piece of that action. And they're like, okay, let me embed this video on my blog so I can get people coming to my site. So then all of this is happening. And that's pretty much the same thing that we want to mimic when it comes to ranking our videos, because when all this stuff is happening, there's a good chance that if you go to Google and you type in whatever that video is going viral for, it's going to show up, right? Because it's the one that's being passed around everywhere. So that's kind of the theory behind SyndLab, and based on all my years of testing of ranking different things, and when I worked for 2 web design companies here in Miami running their SEO department, just a lot of testing and tweaking and seeing what works. This is what we came up with, which is being able to syndicate content across not only multiple different platforms, but multiple different types of platforms. So you have social, you have Web 2.0, you have blogs, you have your own self-hosted sites. All that kind of stuff just gives it some nice natural look, which gets Google's attention and is like, okay, let me go ahead and reward this content with first page rankings.
Nice. Now I'm going to ask you some questions again, because I've got the expert on here, and I'm kind of, even though I know how to rank videos and I know what works, but again, I don't know why things work. And can you kind of explain to others, because of course I know the answer, not really, but what is the difference between a social bookmark and a backlink? Or is it just kind of a different word for kind of the same thing?
Yeah, well, the good thing is that it pretty much means the same thing. So when you're bookmarking a website, so if I go to Reddit and I post the link on Reddit, that's a bookmarking site. Same thing with StumbleUpon. It's an online bookmarking site. However, it's a user-based site as well because users are the ones providing the content. So not only are you engaging with the users on that site, as soon as you bookmark, quote unquote, that link on that site, you're creating a clickable backlink back to your content. So you can say bookmark, you can say backlink. It's pretty much one and the same because you're bookmarking your site in case anyone on that site is also interested in that topic. Boom, they can click on it and watch your video. But you're also getting that backlink because any link that you submit to a bookmarking site, it's a clickable link, and Google's able to crawl that link, meaning that Google's able to know that if they follow that link, they're going to lead back to your content, and whatever keyword that you link back to also tells Google, okay, this content is about this keyword and it's at this URL. And they put two and two together. They put the keyword and the URL together, and that's what they know, what to display in their search results, whatever keyword they're using plus the URL that you're bookmarking on these different sites. So it's kind of pretty much the same thing.
Nice. And let me ask you this now. A lot of people have taught over the years when you're trying to rank, especially a video and websites too, but especially when they're talking about video is, go to Fiverr and, pay somebody $5 for 500 social bookmarks. What's the difference between that and why is this more effective than paying somebody for those 500 social bookmarks, which, by the way, always seem to be for a bunch of sites I've never heard of?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and I did that for a while as well, going to Fiverr and outsourcing my backlinking. Now, some of them work, some of them don't. The bad part about it is that if you want to rank 10 videos, you have to order, that service for 10 different videos. So it starts to get costly, even though it on the front of it, it seems cheap because it's only $5. Again, if you want to do it multiple times, it starts to add up. So this allows you to pretty much lower your costs, but get more reach as well, because you can come in here and, syndicate your content, as many times as you want. If you want to do 10 videos, you can do 10 videos. But also one good thing that we've added is the ability, although we have 21 different sites, there's no limit on the amount of profiles that you can add for that particular platform. So if you have 10 Twitter accounts, you can add 10 Twitter accounts. If you have 10 WordPress sites, you can add 10 WordPress sites. If you have 10 Blogger accounts, you can add 10 Blogger accounts. So you can pretty much start using SyndLab as your own, private distribution network. Okay, you start adding all these different sites, and boom, you automatically start being able to easily distribute your content everywhere.
See, that's where it gets exciting because, when we talk about a site like OnlyWire, you can only send it to one Facebook, one Twitter, one this, one that. And if you wanted to do more than one, well, you got to open up an entire new OnlyWire account. So you'd be logging into that one, sending things out, then logging out, logging back in, doing it again, logging in, logging back out, doing it again. And, that would be pretty tedious. And the fact that they don't allow more than one really makes what you have here a huge benefit over something like OnlyWire, which does kind of limit you down there. And of course, another big one is of course there's another product called SyndWire, which is very popular, but also extremely expensive. And I'm not joking when I say extremely expensive. So let's talk about that. What is the cost for people to get in on this?
Perfect. So for the first few days, it is going to be extremely inexpensive. Especially like you're saying, when you're talking about syndication, because there's a lot of maintenance and a lot of costs that go into putting together something like this. So I can see why OnlyWire and SyndWire have their price points the way they are, and we are going towards that same road as well. But for the first few days that we'll be releasing to all of our charter members, we're going to be doing an insane price. We're going to be starting at just $34.95 for the Pro version and $32.95 for the light version. But one important thing to keep in mind is that the price will be going up every 6 to 12 hours. So make sure that when you're on the page, there's going to be a clear timer on there that tells you when the next price increase is going to happen. So be sure that you take advantage of it during the first few days. And after the first few days, the price is really going to skyrocket. So make sure you get in there during this pretty much charter member special discount.
Let me ask you one last thing here. OTOs, that's always something that people want to know about. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so the first OTO is actually very, very special. And I mean, we've really stacked the value on it. It's actually a 5-part offer, and we can easily have broken it up for each of them to be its own offer, which is usually what you see is people, they break up everything that I'm going to talk about into different offers, and we could have had a ton of different upsells, but we decided to bring it together, throw all of them into one special offer, and really deliver value. So the first upsell, there's 3 of them, so I'll talk about them quickly. But the first upsell is a 5-part offer. So the first part is they're going to unlock our tiered syndication. So tiered syndication, if you've never heard of it, pretty much allows you to take your syndication one step further. So you'll be able to syndicate content and then have SyndLab syndicate that content that you just syndicated and then create multiple levels. That pretty much just creates a bunch of activity going on with your campaign, and it allows you to get some great results as well. Tier syndication is something that search engine marketers have been using for a very long time, and you'll be able to create multiple tiers and just have a bunch of syndication going on with your campaigns. So that's part 1 of that offer. Part 2 of the offer is being able to use SyndLab for your clients' campaigns as well. So you'll be getting our agency license. You'll be able to charge your clients a monthly service or a monthly fee, however you want to structure your pricing, and you can keep 100% of that profit and then use SyndLab to fulfill those services. And the beautiful thing about it is that you can schedule 5, 10, 15 days worth of content for your client, and they'll be blown away like, holy crap, you're really doing a lot of work, and in the background, SyndLab is the one doing it all for you.
Well, see, now what that means, folks, is that you could be the person on Fiverr that's charging people $5.
Yeah, absolutely. Great thing as well. You can go on to Fiverr, but hey, I'll syndicate your content to 21 different sites, boom, for $5. And you can make $5 all day long, and SyndLab is doing it all for you. The third part is to unlock our extended networks pack. And I'm really excited about this because we're really looking to make SyndLab a growing community pretty much. And our extended networks pack allows people to unlock 5 additional sites that they can syndicate to. So there'll be now 26 different sites, but we're also going to be adding 5 to 10 new sites every single month. Okay, so every single month there's going to be a brand new list of sites that you'll be able to post to. And the good part about that is that these are sites that we've hand selected based on the metrics that we know work for being a high authority domain, and we're going to be adding those into the network, so people will be able to pretty much leverage our efforts and not have to build a private network of sites themselves. So over time, this is going to be a pretty big network of sites that people will be able to post to. So that's part number 3. Part number 4 is unlocking up to 6 months worth of scheduling and automation. So with the pro version, you get 14 days. But with the agency license, you can schedule up to 6 months worth of content. So you can truly use SyndLab as a set and forget tool. Schedule up to 4 months worth of content for your clients if you want to. 5 months, 6 months, 3 months, however much you want, up to 6 months worth. And really just let SyndLab do all the work for you. So that's step number 4. Part number 5 is unlocking unlimited syndication and unlimited campaign creation. Just like you mentioned, Ray, OnlyWire and SymWire, they have a lot of limitations when it comes to the amount that you can syndicate on a monthly basis. And we were going to do that as well, but we decided that for these first few days, we're going to go ahead and allow people to upgrade their account to unlimited syndication. In the pro version, you get 2,000 syndications a month, and you can create 250 campaigns. But if you want to completely unlock that, which I'm telling you, if you go out and you try to find unlimited syndication and unlimited campaign creation, you're not going to find it, or it's going to be crazy, crazy expensive. So,
well, I can tell you 2,000 is wild. I'm not sure exactly what the OnlyWire one is, but I don't think it's nearly that high. I think it's much less than that.
Yeah,
before you run out of money. So.
Yep, there's a lot of restrictions out there. So if people upgrade to the agency license, there's no restrictions on the amount of syndication that they
Nice.
can do or the amount of campaigns that they create as well. So that's the 5-part offer there. They get the tier syndication, they get the ability to use on their client campaigns, the extended networks pack, where they get 5 additional sites plus 5 to 10 sites that we add every single month, up to 6 months worth of scheduling, and the unlimited syndication and unlimited campaign creation. Okay, that's upsell number 1. Upsell number 2 is going to be our WordPress plugin and VA user access. So we sat down and we thought, what can we do to make this easier, make it more automated, and pretty much really let our users be hands-free when it comes to SyndLab. And that's what we put together. We put together our WordPress plugin, which is going to allow anyone to connect any site that they own or manage to their SyndLab account and automatically syndicate every new or old post that are on those sites. So if you have a brand new site and you want to syndicate your content every time you post new content, boom, you just install a WordPress plugin and connect it to your SyndLab account with the API key, and boom, you're good to go. If you have an old site that you haven't really done much with, it's just catching dust, but you have a bunch of content on there, boom, all you got to do is install the plugin. You can select all the different categories that you want to syndicate automatically. You can drip feed it. You can do it instantly. However you want, boom, you install that and automatically start reviving your old sites by just syndicating your content to your SyndLab account.
Nice.
So that's part 1. And the second part, like I said, is VA user access. So you'll be able to give access to your virtual assistants and allow them to handle all your syndications for you, and you just be completely hands off. And the beautiful thing about this offer as well is that you're going to be able to use it for unlimited number of sites, the plugin, and you'll be able to give an unlimited number of VAs access to your account as well. And the good thing is that it's sub-user access. So you just go into your account, you'll see a section that says VA access, you insert some details, they get sent a registration URL that's unique to them, boom, and then that process is done. If they ever, if anything ever happens, boom, it's one click away and they get locked out of your account. So your account is never at risk. You're always in control. They're getting sub-user access. And like I said, you'll be able to get unlimited number of sub-accounts to your VAs.
Nice. Well, that's beautiful. And I love that fact that you can do those things. And that first upsell, boy, that's something that everybody should really jump on if you're going to take advantage of the program. It's definitely something you want to look at, because if you can do that and have access to be able to do that for clients, that's perfect. Love it. So there you go.
Absolutely. And we have one final one, which is allows people to just hit the ground running with SyndLab. What we decided to do is, when it comes to ranking videos or ranking any kind of content, unfortunately, you have to create that content. You have to create that video, and that takes time, that takes effort, that takes resources. So what we decided to do was open up a very special price for our Video Chief membership site. Nice. Video Chief comes built in with 350 different videos and dozens of different niches. So people will be able to immediately be able to download a video, upload it, boom, start syndicating it with SyndLab right away. So we've completely eliminated the need for people to create videos that they want to get ranked. And with Video Chief, we have a bunch of different niches: internet marketing, weight loss, chiropractors, law, just about every hot niche that you can think of, we have it in there. So we've completely eliminated people needing to create videos. Just download one that we've created, which is full HD videos, upload it, boom, you can start syndicating it right away.
Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. So with that, Josh, any last words you want to give to everybody before we hit the ground running tomorrow at 11?
No, that's it. Just, no matter what, whether you pick up SyndLab or not, just continue taking action. That's what's going to help you move forward. Even if you do pick up SyndLab, you still have to go in there, take action, boom, and never give up. And that's how you get results.
Beautiful. All right. And with that, you heard it there. That is SyndLab starting tomorrow morning at 11. By tomorrow morning, in case you're watching this later, tomorrow morning being Thursday. So you're going to want to jump on this Thursday, May 18th at 11 a.m. You're going to be able to get it for a very special low price for the first couple of hours. But you want to act fast, because it is going to go up a little bit each and every, what'd you say, 6 hours, Josh?
Yeah, about every 6 to 12 hours, depending when I go to sleep. So when I go to sleep, I usually increase it at, 12 hours after that, so I can wake up and, get things in order.
Yeah, so there you go. You want to get up nice and early. Make sure you're there at 11 o'clock, which is, by the way, 8 o'clock where I live. So you want to be up nice and early. Make sure you get this right away so that you can get it for the best price possible. As I said, I've been using programs that syndicate videos and websites too to all of these sites for years, and it is a hugely effective way to do that. I've seen videos go from nowhere to page 1 just by doing these types of things. And of course, I paid a lot of money for them. And right now, you won't have to pay all that money. You can get it with SyndLab for a nice price. And of course, as always, we've got some great bonuses, which you can see down below this video if you're watching it on our page. If you're watching it on Facebook or wherever, the link is probably above or below the video, so check either way there. You'll head over, you'll see all those great bonuses that we have. And of course, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. You can ask inside of Facebook, send me a message, even send me an email. And if I don't know the answer, well, I certainly know who to ask. So there you go. Josh, once again, I want to thank you for joining us, and wish you good luck for tomorrow.
Perfect. Thank you, and looking forward to it.
All right. And with that, guys, for Josh, I'm Ray. We'll see you next time. Have a good one.